We are live. We are live. Hello, Danielle. We are live. We're here. Welcome, welcome to my second interview. This is my first interview on this page. If you're here, post something in the comment. Let us know where you're from, who you are. We'd love to hear from you. And let StreamYard know that they can access your name so we can know who we're chatting with. So Danielle, welcome. Danielle is a, oh my God, how to start? She's a horsewoman. She studied purely natural horsemanship. I think she was an instructor at some point. She's an entertainer, an actor, a singer, a beautiful singer, I think. And if you stick to the end of this video or the slide, we may have a little surprise for you. And she, yeah, twist your arm. She's maybe if she wants to, and she's a mom and she's a wife and she's an online entrepreneur. So a woman with a lot of hours in her quiver. And how about we start with? Well, why don't you expand on that a little bit? Just tell me a little bit about you and all the things you've done.
Okay, well, thank you, Jen. It's such a pleasure to be here. And hello to everybody watching. Thank you for having me on, sharing with you a little bit about my story. I guess always had a massive passion for horses. It's been my biggest love. And you know, girls and horses, right? Once it's in your blood, there's no getting it out. Not that you would ever want to, mind you. I had my first pony when I was 6, a little black and white pinto named Tuppence, and absolutely fell in love with her. Never rode in a saddle because I just didn't have time to put it on. I get straight off the bus and straight onto my pony. So I was very blessed to have her growing up, and my love of horses just thrived and flourished, and it's been with me to this day. So I'm very, very fortunate to have them in my life. I guess I was also a dancer when I was younger, and I ended up doing some singing lessons because my singing was letting my dancing down, as my mum says. So I ended up going down that.
I think it caught up.
It did. It caught up. So there you go. I learned a new skill set. But I've always had such a massive passion for learning and learning new things and sharing the things that I've learned as well along the way. And I studied music. I did a Bachelor of Music at university, and ended up my very first show out of university was the Phantom of the Opera.
Wow.
And I ended up playing the lead role for about 3 years in my 20s. So that was most of my 20s. So my horses took a back seat at that time.
Yes. Yeah. Hard to be on the road, eh?
Yeah. Whenever I was touring, I would end up leasing a horse. I would always ride. I'd ride nearly every day, even when I was doing a show at night. So always been a very, very huge passion of mine. And even to this day. And then I didn't have a horse for a little while. From the age of 20 to 30, I didn't have a horse. And then I bought a friend of mine was selling a horse. I was just finishing a show called Singing in the Rain at the time. And I thought, oh, maybe it's time I can have my own horse again and spend some time with him. And that's when a friend of mine was selling her ex-race horse. I seemed to attract them. And Swoopy. And he became my levels horse. So a friend introduced me to Pirelli Natural Horsemanship because he did have a few issues, a lot of emotional issues. So
race horses.
When I started, Pirelli really helped me in terms of creating that really incredible relationship with him, and he ended up being my levels horse, getting to level 4, and then my instructor journey happened. I got married. Jim and I got married. And then I thought going down the path of Pirelli and being able to be at home more often and teach, being in the area when the kids were little. So my children Henry's 11 and Indy's 9 now, but when they were babies, it was the perfect scenario. I didn't need to be away with singing. I didn't need to travel. I could be home. And that was my plan. But then, of course, I end up spending more money.
Really? Yes, that horsemanship business can get expensive, can't it?
Absolutely. And then we ended up going to the States for a couple of years because Jimmy, my husband's from Indiana. So we went there for a little while. And I guess my horsemanship went on the back burner again as well, and doing more singing and coming back. And then I was doing, up until this point, we came back to Australia. We've been back in Australia for about 2 years. And I was doing a show last year called Billy Elliot, the tour. And then, yeah, up till March, actually, when COVID hit. So that's when the theatres closed down around.
Everything closed down.
They really closed down. So no work for anybody, unfortunately. But I guess in that time, our mutual friend introduced me to the online world, an online business, and I
right in the nick of time.
Right in the nick of time, exactly. So I did start to do it. I thought it would initially, when I began my online business, I thought it'd be a great opportunity to have something in between shows, you know, something to take up the slack, because of course shows don't last forever, you know, maybe 12 months maximum. And,
so for that time between where you don't actually, you're in between engagements and you need something to keep up the income, right?
Exactly. And that was my plan B, but now it's become my plan A. I'm very, 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 very thankful for it. That's for sure. Yeah.
Right.
So that's it. So that's a bit about my story in a nutshell.
Yeah, it's a very interesting story. Such a fascinating lifestyle. I see a couple people popping on. Let us know you're here. Let us know who you are. That would be lovely. So what was the time where you said, okay, this is what I want to do. This is my line. Like, I know you still want to sing, and I don't think you want to ever give that up. But I mean, at what you said, I need to jump in and do this online business more seriously, because you know it's important. There's a big why behind it, right?
Oh, a big why behind it. Well, of course, it's all about putting our own oxygen mask on, right? In terms of my family and myself living a life of freedom, I suppose. And there was a point there when I was away so much with a show, I would miss so many key moments with the kids. I'd miss lots of milestones, and I found that really, really difficult being away.
Right.
And it just got to a point where I just did not want to be away from them anymore. That was my biggest struggle. And as you say, I did love doing what I'm doing, but I also want to be a really present parent. So that was a big line in the sand moment for me, in terms of how did I see my life going forward, 5, 10, 15 years down the track. I don't want to miss a thing with them. And so that's what really cemented it for me. Yes, I will always sing, but at the same capacity, no, I want to be home, and I want to have that freedom, freedom to choose, whether I do a show or not. I don't need to do a show, for financial reasons. So that was a big part of my why,
It's kind of same with me. As I started, I needed to find something else, because I could not make enough money teaching horsemanship. And if it dried up, I was out of an income, and I needed to, I wanted to do it because I love it, not because I absolutely have to do it to make ends meet, kind of thing. Right.
Exactly. Yeah,
which
absolutely.
puts a lot of pressure. Yeah. It's a lot of pressure. Yeah. I understand that very, very well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what would you say were your biggest strengths when you started this online business? What do you think you really helped you get started?
Oh, I think my biggest strength would be my learnaholic nature. I love to learn, and I believe that we never stop learning about anything that we're interested in until we draw our last breath. I think we're continuously learning, and I've always prided myself in having a beginner's mindset, a growth mindset rather than a fixed mindset. I always approach pretty much anything that I do with a sense of just starting fresh, and I think that's probably been my biggest win, I suppose. My biggest thing that I have going for me is that having that growth mindset. So I'm always up for challenge, always up for learning something new, that's for sure.
That's right. Being open to learn. Yeah. Well, the worst words in the English language is, I know that, right? Because it shuts you off from learning.
Exactly. It opens up so many opportunities. You know, and I've always tried, whenever I have that little self-doubt in my mind, like, no, this could be a really great opportunity to learn something new, you know.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Wonderful. And what do you think would be, what would you say for yourself were your biggest challenges starting this?
I would say definitely technology.
Okay.
I really didn't have a clue about the online space. I could turn on a computer. I, could like and love Facebook, posts and things like that. But
Hello, Jimmy.
Is Jimmy on? Hey, Jimmy, I can't see the
Jimmy's on.
I guess I worried that I wouldn't be able to do it, but then I jumped into this space, and it became really evident that if I can do it, anybody can do it, because it was so well laid out, the education, the platform and everything. That would be my biggest hurdle, I think. And also the belief in myself that I could learn this new skill set, because having no experience, no IT experience, no experience in any sort of business in that regard, So that would probably be one of my biggest challenges.
Technology. Well, obviously you've learned, because here we are and we're doing it, and look at that, we're live on Facebook.
Look at us go, Jen.
We're doing it.
Oh my gosh, that's
amazing. Okay, amazing. So what would you say then, Danielle, because you've been in this for how long now? For this
started? About 18 months.
18 months. Okay, so about the same as mine, just a month. And you're obviously doing well. You're succeeding. You're growing. It's amazing to watch you. And what would you say to somebody who's been watching, listening, reading, sitting on the fence, not sure this is for me? I'm kind of intrigued, but skeptical.
We have the most beautiful process called the discovery process. So what I would say is just jump in and find out if it's for you. There's no way you're going to know if it aligns with you, aligns with your values, aligns with what it is that you want to do with your life, until you take a look. Don't be afraid. Well, there's a 30-day money back guarantee. I think it's $99 US to jump into this incredible education platform, which we all absolutely love being a part of. But the beauty of it is you've got absolutely nothing to lose, because you've got 30 days. 30 days is a long time to really check it out and make an educated, well-informed decision about whether it's something you want to do. And if it's not for you, you just get your money back. So I would just say take a look. Just jump in, take a look. And then you will know either way. The
most amazing community to support through all. I mean, that's one of the things that I found to be so much support, so much, everybody helping each other. The motto is together we rise, and it's truly embodied in this business. It's nobody's trying to shut somebody else down, or there's no competition kind of feeling to it. It's all, everybody's trying to help each other grow, and it's amazing for that, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's something that what really interested me about our business too, Jen, was, in my field, a lot of it is about competition. It is. It's in a lot of fields, but in the showbiz industry, you're not the right look, you don't have the right sound, you don't walk the right way, you don't move the right way. There's so much competition involved. But in this space, and that's what I found so liberating and so refreshing, so I can just be myself. And there is no competition. It's not about that. That's just not the way the business is set up. So it's a really beautiful space for me to be in, for sure.
And I love it for that too, to be able to be myself. Because I've been trying to mold me into something, right? Got to look a certain way, got to, behave a certain way, this is like, oh, now I just get to be me. Yay.
And it's amazing.
It's fun. Great. That's wonderful. So just to wrap it up, I wanted to see if you would agree to, because you have the most beautiful, moving voice. I mean,
Oh,
I
thank you,
have not
Jen.
seen you sing in person live, obviously, because you're in Australia and I'm in Canada. It's
Yeah.
camera away, but I have listened to you and saw you sing on Facebook and on video, and it's amazing. So I thought maybe if you wanted to share, I know we don't have a very huge audience tonight, but this will be posted on the pages and everybody gets to watch the replay. So if you would sing maybe a piece for us, that's because
for sure.
it's just
Oh, I
beautiful.
would love to. I guess
Okay.
I'll sing. I'm opera trained. Would you like?
Anything you feel? Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
Anything at
This is
all.
a beautiful aria by Puccini from his opera called Gianni Schicchi, and it's something that I know that you would have heard. The beautiful melodies, and it's called "O mio babbino caro," "Oh my beloved daddy." So I'll just sing a little excerpt from that. Okay, here you go. Oh mio babbino caro, mi piace bello, bello, andare in porta rossa a compirare l'anello. Sì, sì, ci voglio andare. E se l'ama s'intorno, andrei sul ponte vecchio, ma per buttarmi in arno, mi stringo e mi tormento. Vorrei morir, Babbo pietà, pietà, Babbo pietà,
Oh my, so beautiful. Oh,
Thank
so
you,
beautiful.
Jen.
I got goosebumps. I mean, I'm just like, oh my God, I could listen to you all day. Seriously. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for that. So that pretty much wraps up the interview, unless you have anything to add, Danielle. If anyone is online and interested in checking out what we're doing, the platform, the business, send me a message, drop me a little message or a comment below, and I will reach out to you and connect you and let you know what the next step is. Anything you'd like to add, Danielle? Thank you again for joining us.
Well, I guess I just wanted to add, I'm a singer, horsemanship. You're a horsemanship instructor. We've got so many different, we've got mums, we've got corporate workers. Jimmy's from my husband's from the corporate world. We've got vets, we've got all sorts of people in this industry, in our online business. So it's like, and if I can do it being an opera singer, and work out the tech and work out, my message and, sharing our incredible product, anybody can do it, and that's what I love about it as well. So many different walks of life all coming together. So it's
and
it's
a huge horse loving community in this business. There's a lot of
we
us.
have a big horse loving community.
There's quite a lot of us. We're taking over. So thank you again for joining me for this interview. It was wonderful to see you, wonderful to obviously listen to you and listen you sing as well. And have a great, is it Monday? It's Monday. So have a great
Monday.
Monday. It's my Sunday evening. And I'm sure we'll connect again soon. Thank you again, and best of luck with everything, obviously.
Yeah, you too, Jen. Thank you so much.
Okay.
And thank you
All
everybody
right.
for watching.
Bye. Bye.
See you, Jen.
Bye. Thank you
Bye.
for watching.